The City of Dunedin employs over 300 workers, all dedicated to quality service to its residents. This is your City at Work. Do you realize how the water gets to your tap? On this episode, we meet some of the employees of the city's water division, who proudly provide fresh, clean water to Dunedin residents.
Hi, my name is Paul Stanek. I'm the Assistant Public Works and Utilities Director for the City of Dunedin. I've been with the city for almost 10 years now. I work with the Water Department, the Wastewater Department, and Utility Billing. I work with Public Works and Utilities and the Engineering Division as well. We have 35 people that work throughout the day doing different jobs, from either making the water and ensuring it's safe, to our field folks who go out and make sure that the folks don't have problems getting the water, and so when they turn their tap on, it's ready to go for them. It's definitely a top-down approach, but it's our employees that really make the city delightful. We have a number of employees that have been here over 20 years. So that tells you that this is a place that people do like to work, that we treat our employees well, and they like what they're doing. When I first started working for the City of Dunedin, I did not live here, and I was so impressed by the way our employees work, I ended up moving here as well. Most of our employees have some form of certification, whether it's our water or wastewater treatment plant operators who have state DEP certifications, including our distribution and collections crews who also have certifications to be able to go out and do what they do and do it correctly and professionally. Here in the City of Dunedin and Dunedin Water, we're not part of the regional water supply system, Tampa Bay Water or Pinellas County. We provide all of our own water from the aquifer underneath Dunedin and pump it back to this plant for treatment and distribution to our residents.
I'm Mike Mashenik. I'm the city's hydrogeologist. I've been with the city for 15 years. We're here at Well 3. Let's take a look inside. Well 3 is one of the city's 29 water production wells. Our policy for the past 15 to 20 years has been to try and have more wells and pump at a lower rate so we can create less stress on the aquifer, which is better for conservation and the environment. When I first started with the city, we had about 15 wells. Now we're just about at 30. They're all connected to a raw water main. Well, the wells range in depth from about 140 feet to about 240 feet, depending on where we are in the city. The coastal wells are about 140, and the wells up on Belcher Road are more like 240, 250. I graduated Dunedin High School, and it is a good feeling to be able to work for this city and provide clean, fresh water to the 40,000 people in Dunedin.
My name is John Van Amburg. I'm the water production supervisor for the City of Dunedin RO water treatment plant. I've been employed with Dunedin for 15 years. My role is to supervise a group of operators. They're also licensed for the state in the daily production of drinking water that meets all of the regulatory agencies, EPA and the Florida Department of Environmental Protection's regulations for drinking water. Treating the water that comes from the Dunedin well field comes to the first process right here, which is manganese green sand, where the iron and arsenic are removed. Groundwater in Florida has high levels of hydrogen sulfide, iron, and manganese, and higher levels of calcium, which makes the water hard. It's our intentions with this process to remove some of those constituents that would go on and cause further problems in the treatment process. Here I am at step 2. This is the entrance to the process building. In step 2, we're filtering water that has come from the green sand filter process of any particulate, larger sized particles that may have come from the green sand filter that could go on and potentially damage the membranes in the primary treatment units. Each one of these housings holds 85 string-wound cartridge filters. These are a disposable cartridge filter, and we average about a month and a half run time until these filters become plugged
and the flow of water decreases to where we need to change these. The water is filtered from the outside in, so the filtered water comes out the center tube, and that goes on, as I mentioned before, into the further processes to the RO units. Here we are at step 3 of the process of making water for the City of Dunedin residents. This is the heart of the plant. This is called reverse osmosis treatment. Each one of these pressure vessels, these blue tubes, holds 7 of these elements. These are called membrane elements. There's 7 of these in each pressure vessel, 273 per treatment unit, and we have 4 treatment units here in the plant. Reverse osmosis is a separations process. What I mean by that is as one stream of water flows into this treatment unit, when it exits this unit, it is turned into 2 streams. One is a concentrated stream that goes on to the wastewater plant. The second stream is a stream of water that goes on to further processes in the plant to become drinking water, water that has been pH adjusted, has had fluoride added, and has had disinfection, chlorine added for disinfection. Okay, after step 3, these pumps then transfer the water from a holding tank below us right here into the ground storage tanks you see behind me, and that water is finished water. It's been treated, purified, disinfected, ready to go for the City of Dunedin's residents' uses.
My name is Dan Chislock. I'm the Water Distribution Supervisor for the City of Dunedin. I've been with the city going into 14 years now. The crew that we have here in Dunedin, there's 15 employees here in the distribution department. I like working for Dunedin. I like the small town atmosphere. I like the people here. One of my favorite things to do is just kind of respond when people call. If they have leaks, we can help them out. With our AMR meter, we can do a profile off the meter and kind of give them a heads up, what water they're losing, and we can give them a heads up, that it's on their side and they need to call a plumber. Other complaints they have, whether it's water related, we do get those also. We have hydrant inspections, we work on valves, valve program, we have reclaim inspections, backflow inspections. But if we get called out, say for a main break, the foreman, he'll respond, bring a crew out here, we put in line locates. We still have to keep a couple employees available for calls from customers in regards to water leaks or low pressure calls or any other situation that might arise. In 2006, we implemented a program, AMR, automatic meter reading, which is a drive-by, and on the meter there's a transmitter that transmits information to a laptop that's in the car that the field service representative drives. It tells if there's leaks, tells if there's been a tamper in the meter, but we don't have to go meter to meter and pull the lid up and read it like they used to do. So it's very, very efficient for us with AMR. I just enjoy working with the public and keeping people happy, and we know that water is very valuable, so we try to keep it at a minimal loss while working with the people.
The Florida section of the AWWA hosts a drinking water competition every year, and the City of Dunedin, with its good tasting and high quality water, has won 2 of the last 5 years. And we process and create about 3.4 million gallons of water a day, which at the end of a year is over 1 billion gallons of water we distribute. Our water is very safe, it's award-winning. We have folks that work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All of our folks work together, they have the same common goal, they go out of their way for their citizens. We're very big on conservation. We want to make sure that our aquifer stays healthy, that we don't overpump. That's one of the reasons why we have so many wells. We pump a little bit out of each well instead of a lot out of a fewer wells. We want to make sure that this resource is available for generations to come.
For more information on how your city works, visit dunedingov.com.